Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. So this morning, Mary's going to start with some news and weather and water, and then we'll move on to some trail chatter. All right, Mary, go ahead and take it away, dude.
Thank you, Donald.
Yep.
Good morning, everybody. In Blairsville right now, it is 50 degrees with fog, and we're looking at a high of 75 today, sunny to partly cloudy, and then tonight, 51. Some clouds this evening, giving way to mainly clear skies overnight, and the winds will be light and variable. Up on Blood Mountain today, we have a high of 64 and mostly sunny, and then tonight, 52 and partly cloudy, 5-mile-per-hour winds. Water's good for the most part on the trail. Make sure you're topping off at Hawk Mountain Shelter as you hike north. And then Woody Gap does have water. It's a trickle, but there is water. Slaughter has water. You just have to follow the water source all the way down about 0.6 and you will get water there. And then at Neil Gap, you have to top off because Neil to Hogpen is dry. And then Hogpen has water. There's plenty of water on the trail. There's just a couple spots that you needed to carry some water. And then make sure you're being cautious for the snakes. Remember, there's Cow Rock 5 miles north of Neil Gap. The Boulders has that nest of copperheads. And then Great Smoky Mountain National Park. The bear closures are Twin Creeks Trail, campsites 18, 55, 56, 57, and 82. And then the warnings are campsite 71. And all shelters are open in the Great Smoky Mountains. All right, so let's remember Oktoberfest is happening down in Helen. That's going on until November 2nd, so if you get out here, come check it out. All right, Donald, I'm going to turn it over to you now. Talk about some other stuff going on.
All right, sweet. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, let's start like this, man. It's 4:35 a.m. on 10/17/2025, and if no one knows what 10 is, because sometimes I don't, man, it's October. All right, so... All right, let's start it like this. Hold on one sec. Excuse me. And so we have a rescue in Arizona, Phoenix. A hiker was rescued on 10/16/2025 from a trail that is closed after rain and erosion led to significant damage, according to an official at guess what? Camelback Mountain. All right, so rescue teams responded to the Echo Canyon trailhead at Camelback Mountain around 6:30 p.m. for reports of an injured hiker. The Phoenix Fire Department said crews found a man who told them he had been hiking down the mountain when he slipped, injuring his back. Firefighters used a big wheel to safely take the man off the mountain. He was taken to the hospital and is in stable condition. The Echo Canyon Trail is closed right now. It probably has signs everywhere telling people that. It's probably on the website too, and so it is closed now. Phoenix has experienced a significant amount of rainfall this month and has caused some erosion at Camelback Mountain. And some boulders are at the risk of falling, probably on people. These boulders may need to be blasted away. Please, guys, if you're down in the Camelback area, watch out. Please follow the rules, man, because they're there for a reason.
That's right.
And when it's stuff like that, anything can happen.
That's right. We want everybody to be safe.
Right. Imagine if a big boulder, a big, huge one, like rolled, man, and rolled onto someone, and then the person came out missing, and no one could find the dude because he's under the boulder, and then they blast it away like 20 years later and they find him and it's in the news and shit. They're like, we found the dude that was missing 20 years ago. He was under a boulder.
That'd be awful.
We went back and did some research and found that the trail was closed at Camelback Mountain, and that happened. Or possibly could, man. Imagine that, though.
It could happen, though, but I mean,
could.
seriously, that's why you got to stay out of there. Those boulders will fall and land on you. Maybe not hide you forever, but
right, bro.
You're in danger if you go in there, so heed the signs, stay
You
out
could
if
be
it
like
says
the Wicked
closed.
Witch of the West, dude, and your
That's right.
feet would just be sticking
The
out.
Wile E.
Man.
Coyote who's always
Yeah,
getting
right.
pounded by
That's
the
right,
boulders.
dude. That's right.
Let's
man.
just be careful. Let's heed those signs. Please stay safe.
Definitely, man. And so I want to read this one here, man. I'm glad that turned out.
I am too.
good. So, and 2 thumbs up for SARS and whoever went in
That's
and rescued, because they're always there for people, man.
That's right.
No matter what. All right, and so rescue efforts continue for a 5th day search for a missing hiker in waist-deep snow. So Daryl Fong, 30, reportedly set out on a hike to take photos of landscape. All right, so what we need to know is Daryl Fong, 30, was reported missing on October 13th after he embarked on a hike to the Mount Field National Park. Described as a photographer, he reportedly wanted to capture images of the landscape and embarked on a 7.5-mile long trail. He messaged a friend in the early hours of October 12th to reveal that he had been delayed and has not been heard from since.
Wow.
The search continues for a man who went missing after going on a hike in the Mount Field National Park in Tasmania, Australia. On Wednesday, October 15th, the Tasmania police confirmed in a press release that the search for Daryl Fong, 30, was ongoing. He was last heard on October 12th, which was a Sunday, when the hiker sent a message to a friend at 3 a.m. suggesting that he had become delayed and was planning to seek shelter overnight. Inspector Luke Horn said the friend contacted police concerned for Daryl's welfare, as they had not been able to contact him at 2:50 p.m. on Monday, October 13th. So they haven't been able to contact this dude since then, or that's the last time that his friend heard from him. So since Monday night, search crews have been searching the area. However, at this stage, Daryl has not been located. The officer confirmed that Fong's white Subaru car had been found in the Lake Dobson car park, where it is believed he left it when he commenced his walk. According to reporting by the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, ABC, Fong camped out in his car Friday, October 10th, before embarking on the Tarn Shelf circuit the following day. The trail is roughly 7.5 miles long, and I'm going to say that's one way. He reportedly brought his camera to capture images along the way. Though the search is continuing, Tasmania police said the rescue teams faced difficult conditions, including snow and rain, poor visibility, and near gale force winds. It continues to snow and rain across our search area, Warren told ABC, noting that at least 30 people have been involved in the search, including a team manning a helicopter. He described the snow being knee to waist deep in some parts, noting that it considerably slows their search effort. Fong's friend told ABC that his disappearance has been greatly distressing. However, Horn still expressed hope that the missing hiker, said to have some experience with the outdoors, would be found. Given the weather conditions and the time that he has been missing, the environment that environment will present a serious risk to survival without adequate shelter or appropriate equipment, he told the outlet, adding, but we remain focused on locating Daryl as quickly as possible and bringing him home safely to his family, man. And so, if anyone sees Daryl, or you're out in Australia or somewhere over there, man, and you're hiking, man, please, contact the right authorities, the Tasmania Police Department, Tasmania Parks and Wildlife Service, and the Mount Field National Park. It's sad, man. Yeah, I hate hearing that stuff, man. And so 7.5 miles, it's a pretty good hike, man. That's 15 miles both ways. And he brought a camera and probably some granola bars or some food, man. Who knows what he brought in, but it sounds like he didn't have much experience out there, and he probably didn't have much in his backpack either, if he had a backpack. I'm sure he had something because he was carrying.
Right.
He knew he was going on that hike, man, but...
Well, hopefully everything turns out well.
I hope so, man. That's a bummer, dude.
It sure is.
All right, man. So, please... be aware that it is winter months now and things can happen. You got to be aware of it, man. Check the weather. Make sure it can be hot out one day in the morning, man, and snow and sleet the next minute. So just be aware of that. That's like up north and stuff, man. And even down here during the winter, man. I mean, we get freak snowstorms all the time. It's
That's right.
70, 80 degrees one day or 2 days a week out of a week, man, during January or February, and then all of a sudden you get whacked with like 2 weeks worth of ice and snow, man, and 0-degree weather and stuff. It's crazy. But
Sure is.
what I'm trying to say is it is getting to be that time of year, man. And depending on where you are, man, please be aware that anything can happen out here, man, and to pack appropriately accordingly and make sure that you check the weather, have a compass, have a battery pack. Know that also those battery packs don't work well in cold weather. So just be smart, man. Carry the pack on you. Keep it warm, man. Do what you have to do, man, but be aware of that.
That's right.
Anyway, so Mary is finally back after several days of being in a vehicle and driving. She's done almost 3,000 miles, somewhere between 25 and 3,000. I have to go back through and check it, but I'm pretty sure that's the mileage. So
Just yesterday, from the time I left Atlanta at 12 a.m. until I arrived in this driveway this morning, I did 633 miles.
yeah, see. So, and she's been driving since Thursday, and those are some big miles, man, believe it or not, to do consecutively.
Yeah.
And so we used to do it 30 days a month, 365 days a year, years ago, man. And so, but it burned both of us out, so we don't do that anymore, man. Burned me out real bad, so. But we don't do that anymore, but we had to this week because Jordan's vehicle was down, and I don't know if people saw the video, man, but Jordan's vehicle is fixed, man, and it's running good, so he's definitely back on the road. And soon as he got back on the road, he was I sent him to Ingles to grab another half a pound of filet, and he while he was there getting groceries and stuff for us and himself, I got a call from some hikers that we brought to the trail maybe like 4 or 5 days ago, and they were parked here actually. And we were supposed to pick them up at Blue Ridge Gap, but we ended up picking them up at Dix Creek Gap last night. It was supposed to be, I think, today, right?
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, Saturday, that's right. But they ended up showing up yesterday at Dix, and they were ready to end it. So I was able to send Jordan on that ride. Because if Jordan wasn't here, actually, Mary was on her way to Atlanta, actually, when I received that call. And so there would have been no way to get them, or Mary would have had to have come straight back up here to retrieve them, or I would have had to have called a different driver and paid them to go and retrieve them because they are prepaid with us. And most likely it would have been the pay Brett or Jeff to go and grab them, because we're not going to leave them there all day long. We're gonna do our best to get them out of there immediately and back to their car, and we'll pay the people. And if the drivers that we call charge more, we pay it out of our pocket. So we don't charge any more. So they were charged $60 to come back here from that area. We would then, if Jeff or Brett wanted 80, we would add an additional 20 out of pocket because our word matters. And so, and then we would get them picked up. But that all being said, we were able to send Jordan, man, which was super, super cool. Today we're gonna take a break. Jordan's back, so we're gonna keep him on road for the weekend, man, and help him earn back the money too, real quick, like that. He had lost, because you don't just lose the fixed money, you lose the time that you're not driving too. And if he would have went and rented a car, which for some reason, and I believe it was because of the holidays, every place didn't have any rentals up here, man. But also, they wanted $700 for a week for a mini sedan.
It's a lot of money.
Bro, you think so? They're usually like, $300, $350 a week, man.
They're coming up out of Atlanta. I think Atlanta charges a little bit more money.
No, they wanted it up here too, man.
Oh, did they
Yeah,
really?
dude.
Okay.
They wanted 7 bones, man. It was really expensive to rent a car that week. And we were like, man, because he had to work 3 or 4 days anyways, so he would have only been on road for 2 or 3 days, if that. And so he would have earned the money back to rent the car and gas and stuff, dude. So it wasn't worth it, man. It was just smarter to sit back, get his car fixed, and get him back on road, and let's get some money back into his pocket so they can replace what he lost. So
That's right.
he lost the money that he would have made plus the money that he put into his vehicle. That's how that works, man.
He's back.
He is back now, and definitely it takes a big weight off our shoulders too. So.
That's
Yeah, man. All right, and so today, yeah, we are relaxing and chilling back. We've got some phone calls coming in. I had a bunch of calls yesterday, man, and some of them are people that are coming back to hike, 40, 50 miles, but they want to fly in, get picked up, hike. Oh, wait, fly in, get picked up, brought to a hotel, brought to the drop-off spot, then pick back up at the end of their 50-mile hike, and then brought back to an airport. So we had to kind of work that out for them and give them the help them with their itinerary, because they didn't know about the roads and the access points and stuff, man. So we were able to kind of put that together, tell them what we could do, tell them our prices, and then that way they could go ahead and line it up with their flights and stuff, and then we can get it moving and make it happen for them. And then I've got some other cats that are calling that want to do some other stuff like that, man. So, yeah, and they're calling to touch base first. We got a guy that's coming back to do the Bartram, man, that we assisted on the BMT last year, and so he really wanted to use us. I guess his words were, because I told him, I said, look, man, if we can't help you, dude, we'll move you, we'll give you other numbers of some solid drivers. And he really wanted to utilize us, man, because he enjoyed our services last year. So that was that gave me a big smile, anyways, right?
It always does.
Yeah,
That's right.
anyways, guys, so did you have anything else you'd like to say?
No, I'm good. Thank you very much.
All right, sweet. So we're gonna get to doing our thing, man. And if anyone needs anything at all, give us a jingle. We're here for you, okay, guys? One love, peace. Thank you.